Good afternoon everyone and welcome to another video. Sorry if I keep touching my hair, just literally showered and it's wet still. I had my hair all chopped off recently. It used to be so long. It's bugging me. It's just like the most annoying length. I really didn't want it this short. So I'm waiting for it to grow just a little bit below my shoulders. And it's like going all fluffy and annoying around my neck, but let's get to the point. So today we're doing a pregnancy Q&A. It's going to be like a sit down and chat with me, so if you're sticking around, go and get a tea or a coffee or a hot chocolate, whatever it is you may want, because I might be blabbling for quite a long time. Basically, I had quite a lot of questions come through the other day in response to my first video, so I thought I'd answer them in one video for everybody else that may be wondering, rather than just replying to those people. So I hope some of you find this entertaining or interesting. Maybe it will prepare you for some of the things to come if you're recently pregnant. Oh my god, I should have put my hair up. I'm boiling. I'm just gonna open the window. We've had god, I can't get up. We've had a handyman here fixing the sink. If you saw my last video, you'll know why. And we kind of got him to do some other odd jobs around the house. So he's been here doing that, and that's why it's so late on. It's 2 p.m. and I've only just had a shower. So let's get started. Is this even in focus? I keep feeling like I'm not in focus. Well, I bloody hope it's in focus before I do the whole video anyway. How do you like being pregnant so far? So my pregnancy's been so strange, having had it be through COVID. It's not been at all what I expected being pregnant was going to be like. It's definitely been very exciting, I won't deny that, especially nearer the end. The beginning was such a weird thing because I thought I'd feel pregnant much sooner than I did, and it took a long time to actually see people like notice that I was pregnant and ask questions and things like that. Maybe because it's my first time. I have heard that your second and future pregnancies you show much earlier, but all in all I've enjoyed being pregnant. I can't complain. I've had quite an easy pregnancy, nothing crazy. When I first found out I was having twins, I thought I might be on bed rest, and I thought it might be like this real challenging journey. In terms of like trimesters and different problems, I was a little bit sick in the first, but nothing crazy. Just I may have had like 3 or 4 random mornings where I was sick. I think I felt the most tired in the first trimester. I would literally go to bed at 8:30, 9 o'clock without fail. Like, I was so tired. That was probably the toughest, but also exciting because I just found out. The second trimester was, I would say, the most boring. Everyone told me like, oh, the second is like the fun one, the one where you're feeling much better and everything easier. But I don't know, I got hit at 20 weeks with really bad pelvic pain, so I completely stopped exercising, which sucked. So that was that. And then also COVID happened, so we were stuck at home. So there was a couple of months there that were like really boring. And also because of COVID-19, I didn't have any doctor's appointments for a long span of time, and it probably fell in that second trimester where I just didn't see the doctor either. So I literally just felt like a pregnant woman sat at home and didn't do anything, and it was a very boring sort of couple of months. And then the third has just been like crazy. I've been getting bigger and bigger by the week, and it's been really noticeable, and it's become exciting. Like, we had a virtual baby shower, and we've really bought some things and got the nursery going and everything like that. I am actually sat in the nursery now. I don't know why I'm not on the chair. Well, I do know. I'm just weirdly more comfortable on the floor. I'm gonna do a tour of the nursery in a couple of videos time. I just need to get a few more bits and pieces and get it kind of tidy in here because it's looking a state. I feel like I didn't answer that very well, but maybe I'll come back to it. The second question is quite funny. Is your belly pop? I think they mean, when did your belly pop? I should probably ask other people this. I think Aled would probably say a lot longer than me. I'm not the smallest framed person, so I feel like it wasn't that obvious for a long time, and I didn't really notice my belly until about 20 weeks. Yes, I couldn't fit into like jeans and things like that. I much prefer tight trousers and loose fitting tops, so I noticed early on that I couldn't wear my jeans and the same sort of trousers that I would wear. So I wouldn't say that it was necessarily noticeable until a lot later on. Next question. Right, there's a few questions here that were all sort of similar and they crack me up. Do strangers ask to rub your belly? Do you like getting your belly rubbed? Have you ever had anyone ask to rub or touch the bump to feel your baby move or kick? I'll be honest with this. If a stranger asked to rub my belly, I would be really freaked out and I would definitely say no, because that's weird. It's never happened to me, thank goodness. I don't really know if I'd like people rubbing my belly. If I knew them and they asked to feel the baby, that's a different story. But if somebody just randomly wanted to rub my belly, like, no, I wouldn't be for that. No one has actually ever asked to feel the baby move or kick. I did bump into a friend in Target and she just touched my belly mid-conversation. I actually didn't notice. She was the one that was like, oh my god, sorry, I really should have asked before I touched you. And I was like, don't be stupid, like, I didn't even realise you touched me. I guess it's natural instinct for some people, maybe. So moving on, is your pregnant belly soft or firm? Most definitely firm, all the way. Soft, no. Used to be quite soft before I got pregnant. How much weight have you gained? Right, I'll be totally honest here. I have gained a total of 28.5 pounds at this point right now. I get weighed again tomorrow and then I've got 1 more week, so I'm guessing I'm going to gain about 30 pounds altogether. Now I feel like I've gained more than that because I think I've lost a lot of muscle, bearing in mind there's been like 10 weeks where I haven't done any form of exercise other than walking. I definitely notice myself feel a lot different, just a bit more wobbly, a little less toned. I'm not really enjoying that side of things, so I'm really looking forward to the day when I can work out again, but I know that's going to be quite a long time away yet. Okay, next question. Do you have any stretch marks and are you using anything for them? Do you rub lotion on your belly? This is one thing that I have been really strict with from the minute I found out I was pregnant. Like 7 weeks in, I went out and bought some lotion and I've been using it ever since. So I have had 3 different things that I've used. There's been this, a lot of you may have heard of this bio oil. I use this consistently, really good for after you get stretch marks as well, to kind of minimize their appearance. So that I've been using throughout the whole time, on and off. I did forget a lot at the beginning. This last trimester I've been so itchy, so that I've been using that to kind of help the itching a little bit. And I've been putting it on like here, there and everywhere whenever I can. Another one I've been using is this Mama Belly Balm. Is it going to focus? There you go. This was gifted to me. It's been a really nice product. Only thing I would say, it doesn't last that long. It's on like a roller, and the size of my belly, like I could keep wiping and wiping this and it really wouldn't last that long. But I've really enjoyed it and it's all natural, so that is a nice product. Just you need a lot of them. And then lastly, my mum gave me this for my birthday. It's really, really nice. Neil's Yard for stretch marks, and oh, there we go, Mother's Balm helps prevent stretch marks. This is really nice and I'm still using this. It smells really nice, it rubs on really nice, so that's been like a luxury one that I've used in the evenings, just as a change from the oil, because the oil is just, you know how oil is, it just sticks, like you don't want to put clothes on after it and it takes so long to dry in. So this is a much more like luxurious product and it rubs on and dries much quicker. So I've been kind of switching those 3 up right from the beginning. I've been using it, trying to use them daily, and then I've been using them a lot more at the end here in this 3rd trimester. Right. Did you do any maternity photos or a belly cast? No. Me and Alid, I don't know. I think the photos are nice, but it's just not really our vibe. We haven't done anything like that. I have been conscious of him trying to get a few pictures of me while I've been pregnant, because I literally have had none, and I feel like I've barely left the house during these like 6 months. I've just been slobbing out and barely getting, like, putting makeup on and getting dressed properly in a day. So on the occasions that we have gone out, I've tried to get him to take some photos of me. The belly cast, no. I did actually watch a YouTube of people doing this and it looked really funny, but I just don't know what I'd do with that afterwards. It's not something that I'd want like out in the house. Do you have the pregnancy waddle? Probably. I don't feel like I do, but I definitely am not walking the same way and I'm so slow nowadays, so probably yes. Do you have any embarrassing symptoms like lots of gas, farting, burping, or just embarrassing symptoms in general? I can't say so. I definitely have noticed that I would have almost burping, I guess, like gas coming up a lot more than I ever used to. It wasn't ever something that I'd suffer from. I've been totally off drinking anything fizzy. Normally I like flavoured sodas, but I just have been completely off anything fizzy. I guess it's a part of heartburn, maybe. I didn't get heartburn that badly, but I'm guessing that wouldn't help it if you did. Have you ever gotten any rude or offensive comments due to the size of your bump? I did have... I take people's comments with a pinch of salt because I know people aren't meaning to be rude sometimes, even if you find it rude, vice versa. So we took the dog to the vets and the vet came out to get him and she was like, "Blimey girl, you're about to pop." And I was like, 6 weeks. This was like 6 weeks ago. I was like, no, I still have 6 weeks to go. Calm down. There was definitely another story. I'll put it in here if I can think of it later on. It might come back to me, but I know there was something else that happened. Do you have any trouble finding clothes that fit and cover the bump? Yes, I have done, especially at the end of this pregnancy journey. As I've gotten bigger, I've just been like at a loss with what to wear. The weather's been very up and down here in Seattle. Sometimes it's really hot and sometimes it's like raining. So I've lived in the same clothes. I've had about 3 dresses, 2 are long, 1's short, that I can wear out if we go for dinner or something a little bit smarter, or I just want to look a little bit nicer. And then I've just had leggings and t-shirts for days that it hasn't been so warm, which I could put a jacket with or something like that. But honestly, like trying to buy, for one, I haven't liked maternity clothes that I've seen, so I didn't want to buy them. Then I've bought regular clothes like sized up, but they just don't fit right, they're not long enough. So yeah, I've struggled with that, and I am quite blessed that I haven't had to go out, because if I'd have been living my normal life and going out a lot more, I think I would have really struggled with that. I don't really have many recommendations of where to get clothes, so sorry about that, I'm useless. But I've used cheap sites just to get a few things to tide me over, and then if they didn't fit, I've sent them back. So like Boho, Boohoo, don't know what it's called, Nasty Girl, and Misguided. Also, it hasn't helped that none of the shops have been open, so I haven't been able to go and try things on. Even now, you can go to Target and you're not allowed to try stuff on, so it means buying it, coming home, then taking it back and all that, so not the easiest. Sorry, I have to keep moving because my bum is numb. Do you want a boy or a girl? Okay, this is funny. This is a whole, I could answer this for ages. So when I was younger and I could imagine having children, I always thought I wanted boys, and I can always imagine me with boys, and I don't know why that is. And then as I've got older, I thought, oh no, like I hope I have a girl. I'd love to have a girl. I feel like as they get older, boys always run off with a lady, and the girl always stays in contact with their mum a little bit more. That's not always the case, I know, but and also having a girl and going through this whole experience as well with them being pregnant and stuff like that would be nice. So yeah, so now I'm just like I want both, and it's been cracking me up because everyone keeps saying, oh, you're gonna have 2 and then you'll be done, and I'm like, oh, I might not have 1 of each, and then probably would want another baby, and then also I would like to experience having 1 baby, not 2. So yeah, it's funny how people assume things. But I think me and Aled really thought it was 2 boys for a lot of time at the beginning. Now we feel like it's 1 of each, but who knows, it's 30% of anything, and I think a lot of my family cannot imagine me with 2 girls, so I'll be really shocked if it's 2 girls. How do you feel about belly touching? We've had that question. How many kids do I want? Again, have no idea, haven't even had 1. Got to get through this first to know, but I've always liked the thought of a big family, so let's see. I think Aled just worries about finances. How has hubby been bonding with the baby? Any tips? I may have put that on there wrong. I don't know if they put any tips. Maybe that's come from another question. He hasn't really worried about bonding, if you mean like through my belly. We've jokingly like sung and played music to them to see if they've kicked, but we're not too worried about bonding sorry, there's the gas, there's the burping that I'm talking about. Bonding pre-birth. Have you had any trouble bending over to pick things up? Yes, I have, especially now. It's not easy to bend over. Just make sure you support your back when you come back up, and just try not to bend over. Get other people to pick things up. Have you had any trouble shaving your legs? Any tips? I don't shave my legs. I used to get them waxed. Or I do wax them. I used to go and get them waxed, but I've been having to do it due to coronavirus. So that's been fine. Just sit on a sofa or a low seat and stick your leg up and you're fine. It's still possible. Not the easiest task, and I've been lucky that it hasn't been too much summer weather here, so I haven't had to worry about it too much. We're nearly at the end, guys. I'm trying to think if there's any other questions that I've had. If there's anything that I haven't answered, please ask in the comments below and I'll try my best to answer. Have your boobs or butt grown during pregnancy? Do you know, surprisingly, I was worried that I was going to get really big boobs. I mean, maybe it's going to happen after I give birth and the milk comes in, probably, but I haven't gone up a size, only in the back waistband or whatever the bloody thing's called of your bra. My butt has definitely not grown. If anything, it's probably got smaller because I haven't been doing as much. How are you worried about corona and giving birth? Okay, this is the last question. This is quite a heavy question and I haven't given much thought to it. I'm trying not to worry about it. I have to go for my coronavirus test next week. That's fine. Obviously pray that I'm negative, but there's nothing I can do to control that now. But as far as like having the babies and the coronavirus, I never worried about it too much, but someone I know that recently had twins was like, oh, in the hospital there's just so many people that touch them and have to do things to them and this and that, and that was the first time I really thought about it. And obviously being in a hospital was probably the worst place, but my hospital isn't a coronavirus hospital, so there's no one around being treated for it, so I'm not worried in that respect. But yeah, just in general it's concerning, of course, and we don't know that much about it, especially with babies. I did see an article about breast milk actually carrying antibodies if you're positive, which I found crazy. I don't know if it's true, but yeah, for me, I can't worry about what I can't control, and I can't control it. But going forward, obviously it's not something fun, but I think it's something that we're going to have to all get used to, and it's just going to be part of our life now. It's not going anywhere. That's that. I am ridiculously out of breath. This is what happens at 37 weeks. Let me try and remember the story about the person that commented on my belly. Why can't I remember? I'm sure I wrote it in one of the baby books. Oh, I can't find it, guys, but I did write in here that the first person that noticed in public that I was pregnant was in my second trimester. So I think it was around 22 weeks that someone actually commented and was like, oh my gosh, when are you expecting? And that was actually really nice. It was so nice for someone to ask and notice, but now I can't leave the front door without comments flying. Just this morning I walked the dog and 3 people commented, and one man was like, how are you all doing? Meaning me, Hendrix and the baby. And I was like, he's got that right, because there's 2 of them in there and we're all doing all right. We're just ready for them to enter the world. Anyway, I'm gonna go and catch my breath because I feel like I've been out of breath the whole video. I'm sorry about that. It's just one of those days. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please give us a like and subscribe if you can. It would mean a lot to us. And if you have any more questions, please fire away in the comments. I'd love to answer them. I'll probably do a little later on, maybe when the babies are here in a month or so, a pregnancy Q&A. So if you've got any questions regarding that, put them in below and I'll be sure to answer those in a few videos time. But yeah, I'll see you all next week. This should probably go up on Friday, so I'll see you on Tuesday. Bye for now.